Well, I thought I'd make a quick trip over here today, check out this auction that's tomorrow. This is Tri-State Auctions. It's being held in Elgin, PA at Route 8 and 89, or Route 6 and 89. And like I say, I ain't gonna promote it too much. If you are interested, you can look it up online. They got online bidding and all the goodies. Things are listed there. You can follow along the live auction. But my thing is, I'm just here today to highlight the things that interest me, things I'd be interested in if I had the money. And something like this is what I might need for next year if I had the money. As I say, I'm hoping to plant corn or something. I got that 2-row sheller, so this wouldn't be that important, but to make time. But this would be the size for my operation. Pretty clean. Wiggers originally sold it. So they used to go out west to get equipment to basically buy the small stuff like this, bring it out here, because everybody else in the Midwest is getting bigger and bigger. So they'd buy up the older equipment. They specialize more in international tractors. But if they could make a buck, they would do it. Fairly straight machine. So I'm gonna walk around here and see what I get. Here's a nice 20-foot aluminum featherlight trailer. Yeah, it looks like it's got some age on it, but it's been pretty well taken care of. It's got, it's been cleaned out, aluminum floor in there. You see, they really power washed this thing pretty good, or just really haven't seen all that much use. I believe that's a 20-footer. Bigger than I'd ever need, but I'd like to have a gooseneck trailer. But for what I need, my trailer gets me by just as fine. Yeah, and I'm probably going to get this uploaded as soon as I can and post it today, so if anything's interesting in here, people can get online to bid on it. I'll just postpone the video I was going to post today, mowing more hay, which probably people are getting tired of, for tomorrow. It's a pretty nice old Ford truck, pretty clean. I don't understand why it's here. Something from Gibson City, Illinois is in here in Pennsylvania for sale. And I don't know if I want to say that's original paint, but it's cleaned up pretty good. Yeah, this would be another thing I would need next year, maybe, that I can't afford. Not that I'd have them big yields of probably get everything on mine in 2 truckloads. But yeah, this doesn't look like a repaint job. But like I say, that's one of the things they use, and Ray Jr. still does, but not the scale they used to. But like I say, I don't think they would have gone out to Illinois, bought this to put it in this auction. So I don't know what got here, but that is nice. Anybody needs some aeration fans and bin floor? I don't see no bin around. Got a good selection of augers. See, this is something about like this is what I would need maybe next year. Because like I say, if I plant corn, I got that 2-row sheller. I just need a wagon to get this, and that'd be the thing. I could hire the neighbor to truck it and let him bring his triaxle dump down, set this up. I can shell it, put it on his truck, and he could haul it in. I just don't want to be hauling wagons 15 miles to the mill. And like I did last year with the dump trailer, that ain't gonna work. Because where they dump for the dryer, I can't dump I have to have like a grain chute or something. I can't have the whole width of the dump trailer dumping. I like to watch and see what this sells for. I got a 30/30 that I thought about it could be selling. Yeah, everything down here looks fairly clean. Like I said, mine's the same thing, just a little older. But again, like I said, that's something that could go down the road, I suppose. Ton tandem gear. Tongue's a little wonky. Yeah, well, a couple silage wagons here. These are just rear dumps. These two. What the hell's this? Myers. That's a rear dump too. I need another bale rack. I like my rack better. I can adjust the bars. If I had 4-foot or 5-foot bales, 6-foot, I can make it whatever I needed. But if you got running gear, that's probably a deal there for you. This was a John Deere 210. If I remember right, it's on the number in the front. Yeah, 210. It looks like 12-footers. I'd trade up to it. My disc does a good job, but it is on the light side, but we've been running it since '91. Needs discs, and I forget which ones I did replace. I know it needs discs in the front bad. That's got to be a project for next year if I can do it. But these discs always bring good money. These are on the highly desirable side. I suppose I should be just showing stuff as I'm walking by, so if anybody's interested. That's what I need too. Now I'm moving them cows around. I need another bale feeder I'm put in the corner right now, which doesn't make much difference. Right now I'm unwrapping hay, throwing it on the feed alley for them heifers to eat. Just be simpler to throw it into a bale feeder. There's some. I never use one of these, but these are slick if you get in wet ground. We almost bought one at one time. I mean, for a small operation, they'll do good. What's nice about these, I think it might have been an option on them. Yeah, what you do with these, you're pulling your wagon, which is directly behind a tractor. But when you go to unload, you don't have to unhook the chopper. You just need the one wagon, and then you just hook up here and you run it off at the blower, and then you go back and chop another load. But in wet ground, you got this on the tractor, you got this weight on the right side of the tractor, you weight up the left side of the tractor, and it makes goes through wet spots a lot better. $11.50 Ferguson. Yeah, I ain't worried about combines too much. I don't need them big ones. Don't need a boat. Don't need a skidder. There's a nice 1066. One of the tractors I'd love to own someday. 1066, 1466. Ford 9600 needs a seat. You want to see a lot of them, just go to a tractor pull around here. Right, you didn't realize it's another dealer around here buys up used equipment. Andrew's down in actually Conneautville. Yeah, Conneautville. I didn't realize he got stuff like this in. He seems to get more used equipment, but the modern stuff, like them combines over there and the 7 and 8000 series John Deere's. Yeah, this one's bigger than what I need, but it works. 6-row. Well, I got 4-row planter, so it's a little much. Yeah, my mixer's better shape than that. I need a gravity wagon, but I wouldn't waste my money on that one. Of course, I got a 10-ton and a 12-ton gear sitting there. Just need a good box. This is like the wagon I just sold. And it probably come from Wiggers too, yeah. They were a Myers dealer here at one time with horsed running gear. That's what they did, horsed and Myers. In probably way better shape than the one I sold though. A little newer, different model because my front deck was completely different. I didn't like the thing. 3020 Murray Hill. Don't see many of them around here anymore. Neighbor used to have one. I think I've told this before, that one field where he was mowing hay here a couple weeks ago. This is what they had on the chopper and a log skidder in front of it to get that corn chopped. Yeah, I wish they had that automatic set white. But if I go more into the crops, my goal is to get a chisel plow. I got a moldboard plow. That's why I like to get what I got. Well, use the moldboard to plow sod under, and then use a chisel plow and everything else. And then, or no-till. My planter's sort of set up for no-till. I got the coulters and stuff on it. I never had much luck just straight planting. But if I disc it up, I had some pretty decent luck. Ritchie's, that's come a ways. Bobcat, I would never own one of them things unless you want to roll over backwards. Them things are so fucking Bronco happy. Yeah, I got most of this stuff. As I say, I'm trying to get highlights and try not to make too long a video. I don't know. As I don't know if people like these 20-30 minute videos or for 10-15 minute videos or a mix. Me, it don't matter. Like I said, I usually got time sometime during the day. Some guys like putting out 30-40 minute videos, and eventually sometime during the day I get a chance to watch them. I think that head goes to that 4400. I ain't going to talk too much about most of them. I'm just trying to get a quick scan of things. I believe that's a Zeter. I think that looks like Zeters are red, but that looks like the styling one. Yeah, Zeter. How popular they are anymore. Like I said, it used to be a dealer around here. Now they're the Kubota dealer. About 20 years ago, Zeters and Belarus were kind of on the uptick around here, and then the Zeter went away. I think there's still a Belarus dealer. I used to go down to Crawford County Fair. They always had a display there, and I hadn't been down there in the last couple of years. So. A rope trip chisel plow. I don't believe that. I doubt it's made for the Amish or the horses, but how many horses would you need to pull this? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 shank. No, 8, 9 shank. I know it's made for tractors, but I mean, Other than Amish, what do you need a road trip for? Yeah, these spreaders are quite popular around here at one time too. I think Gale made them. You know, I know at one time Gale, I think these were Gale made, and they made them Gale in New Holland. So yeah, this would be a Gale, gray rims. Gale made these for New Holland. They just painted them red, and then New Holland made the box spreaders for Gale there. See them right. It doesn't have badging on anywhere, but that's gray rims. It's Gale. Yellow rims would have been New Holland. From what I understand, semi-solid and slurry manure, they did pretty good. Box, anything long straw, they didn't handle too well. Well, there's another one. That one's a New Holland. But like everything else, the tanks go out on them and then they're useless. This actually might be New Holland made. Because after Gale went out, I don't know if New Holland bought the patent or whatever, but New Holland made them for a while after Gale went out. So that might be just a Gale design, New Holland made, maybe. Another thing I'd like to have is a bale spear. Well, I should say another bale spear. Yeah, that's for a loader, it ain't for a skid steer. It's another thing I could sell. I got an elevator like this. It ain't aluminum. But I have no plans on doing square bales. I'd like to. I mean, if I wanted to sell hay, that'd be one way to get better price, but which I'm selling some more hay. I just worked out a deal last night. It's more of a trade. Another neighbor needed some hay, and he's got dump trucks, and he can pick up gravel, so I'm gonna get 2 loads of gravel and trade him hay in exchange for it. There's some new bale spears. This might be my neighbor's, the one that's might do some consulting work for. He said he brought his defacer over here since he's leaving the bunks and going to bags. I don't know how much of that story I want to tell or how much I did, but that's what you got to do. You got to change and adapt. Right there's one of them Gales. That's actually New Holland spreader, but Gale paint. This would be the size of a 514, 145 New Holland spreader. Mine's a 155. It's one thing I always liked about New Holland spreaders. They were all the same back here and up here. The only thing that changed was the length and the sides. Width was the same. So like a 145, I think my 155 is like 2 foot longer. Gives another 20 bushel, 50 bushel, whatever the specs are on it. And then you had the 165, and then the smaller ones were narrower and a little bit different. But you know, they had 3 sizes, but they're all, currently they're all the same parts in back. Except for, like say, the beater, but all your drives, the smaller ones used to have a ratchet drive. Now they've gone to the worm drives. Yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to see bucket attachers. I mean, you can look that up online. They have everything: grapples, pallet forks, rock dogs, whatever you want to call them, skid steer tires. I ain't worried about compacts. Compacts. I ain't worried about them. Oh, them are doors, as I say, them are pallet racks of some sort, but them are doors. Profit, whatever the hell that is. Chains. Amish buildings. Outside furnace, sickle bar mower. Wouldn't mind another one of them, but fuel tanks, they're only good if there's anything in them. And they're empty. Some manure gutter grates for tie stall, tie stall barn. You can go over your trench. Keep the cows from getting their tails in the trench and keep them standing in it. Somebody makes some money on probably goat feeders, more what that's for. Calves, goats. Yeah, I'll take another quick look up here. This is another thing I'd like to have. The North Fork bucket, the one I got, is only 5 foot. And the back's getting wore out that holds the pins in. I can fix it, but like I said, I'd like to have a little bit bigger one. Actually, I'd like to have one with a grapple on it. Snowplow, I got one of these sitting in the yard, a lot better shape than that. Snow dog. I don't think anybody cares about lawnmowers. Yeah, ain't really much else here. I'm surprised. I thought I'd see more tractor tires. That's one thing I'm kind of looking for. I need to find a fairly decent 18.4 34 Firestone 23-degree radial tire. Somebody's trying to make some art. Old water cup, old stanchion, barn cleaner chain. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do with it, but look at it. Tools, snowmobiles, or ski-doos I should say. Like I said, term's interchangeable. Alright, so New York State, I guess they don't have much regulations. Just duct tape your tail lights on there and put your license plate in your back window. There's another one of them skeleton elevators. This is a horse feeder because horses are too dumb to stick their heads in the holes. They gotta have a slot to put their heads in. Horses are dumb. Well, frankly, compared to the spring sale, this is a little disappointing. There ain't really nothing here I'm interested in. Well, what the hell brand's that? I don't recognize the color. It's a vertical tillage. Well, this is a hydraulic tilt on it. TT zipper. Never heard of it. Say, I guess they're too embarrassed to put their name on it. I mean, from other ones I've seen, that's a pretty decent idea. Yeah, here's a smaller one, the 329, 328s. Narrow, actually this one's got, this is an old one. It's got the ratchet drive, just click it up and back and forth. But yeah, there's an Easy Trail grain cart if anybody's interested. I didn't think I showed that. Yeah, I say, frankly, I'm just slightly disappointed in this auction. I mean, a lot of nice stuff. But really nothing that gets my fancy. They say other than them discs, that combine up there, I'm really interested. I mean, they'd fit my operation. Like I say, I'd like to find a nice chisel plow, set of duals for that International. I was actually kind of hoping to see a 2-row picker here. Because I was just thinking here today, that sheller I bought has an issue. I showed it plenty of times last year when I was shelling. I gotta get somebody better than me to fix it, I guess. But I was just thinking, you know, what these pickers go sometimes at these auctions. If I can find a nice 2-row picker, that sheller and that picking unit comes off. The head, the axle, the drives, everything's the same on them. And that's what they were made. So you could have a sheller and a picker. And that's what I thought. And I might be better off because I need gathering chains for this sheller. And there's something else a head needed there. But it might actually be more to my benefit to find a nice picker that's been kept. And that gives me the other option. I got 2 round cribs. I could even pick corn, put it in a crib and sell it bagged that way. Or I can shell it and get a truck to a mill somewhere, sell it that way. It gives me a little more opportunities. And maybe get into some other type niche market type thing. Because not many people pick ear corn around here anymore. But there are people that want it. I mean, deer people. That's one thing. I know somebody does pick ear corn. He bags it up, take it to the mill, and they sell 100-pound bags of corn for people to take out to feed the deer. So you don't have the drying cost in it and whatever else. But I guess I'm gonna get this loaded up. My back is starting to kill me now doing that walking. Get back in my farm truck. I really enjoy that. I haven't posted that one yet. That's coming. So, but I'm gonna upload this. I don't know how long it got. I glare on the screen, I can't see anything. Hopefully it turned out something. And so I'm gonna post this one now instead of the one I was gonna post today. I'll have that tomorrow. And we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you later.